Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Halloween matchup. It's the reigning AFC champs and the Steelers on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. But look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on two separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're sixes.
And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
The numbers for Hill a week ago. 3 catches, 67 yards.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards. And not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And the Bengals are going to be looking at a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal from the 3. Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Now it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. They juked him. Still going. They can't stop him. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. I mean, he was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right, and when you think about the energy it takes to ward guys off, that's really impressive. He still managed to keep his balance and turn this into a fantastic run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Burrow on play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. These two teams all tied after one. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw here, eluding the pressure right. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
No, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 20. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Bridgewater's throw into the hands of Kirk. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Flushed out right. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Burrow will throw. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Here's Johnson with a reception. The 20. And into the end throw. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Bengals drive about to get going. We've got a little more than a minute to go. I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, he might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they picked up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Keeps himself upright. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They go play action with Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This kick to shatter the NFL record, a 69-yard attempt. So we've reached half. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
Burrow looking to pass. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Burrow. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they go play action now. Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, Mixon. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They run with Harris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 15 now. Bridgewater. Open man is Kirk, complete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. On third down, Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Bridgewater. That's swung out wide to Harris. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've got the lead right now. You remember last week they defeated the Carolina Panthers here. Good momentum. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. They complete it to Hill. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. On 1st down, Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Burrow. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Open man, completes it to Claypool. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Bridgewater on 1st down. He's going to air one out. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Bridgewater will try and throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, they run with Mixon. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Alex Highsmith able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Bridgewater's throw complete to Freiermuth. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. He gets this one to Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd down and 8. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Now Bridgewater. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
So Burrow and the Bengals down by a field goal, a little under a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Burrow. And he completes it to Berrios. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Now that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for Cincinnati. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on the... And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now it's the Steelers' turn, trailing by 4, 36 seconds remaining. And they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw. Pass complete to Harris. And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Here's Bridgewater. He's got Claypool, and he'll get him a 1st down up past the 40 as the clock ticks on. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Bridgewater. Harris has it over the middle. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. He's back to throw. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
Well, Charles, a pretty